Trapmore Gang, I am back with another video for you. And I don't know if you've been watching the main channel, old Traplore Ross, recently, but your boy dropped a new video over there. Death on the Dallas Express, the murder of Mo3. This is a video that I've been working on painstakingly with my team for months now. And it's another banger. It's a near 3-hour masterpiece going in detail into the deep, dark recesses of the Dallas-Fort Worth DFW hip-hop scene. You'll find out all about it if you check out this video. It's all about the story of a rapper named Mo3 and his rivals Yella Beezy and Trapboy Freddy in their battle for dominance over the city of Dallas's rap music scene. Unfortunately, in this story, Mo3 ended up losing his life, rest in peace. But his legacy lives on through his music, inspiring a whole generation of people in the city of Dallas and beyond, and I was inspired enough by Mo3's story to put together a gosh darn 3-hour, basically a movie, about the man's life. So go and check that out if you haven't. But if you follow the channel super closely, if you're into some of that inside baseball type stuff, and you're curious about the inner goings on the channel, the behind the scenes working, well people, there was a lot going on with this video. I had a lot of dramas behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, beside the scenes. I was beside myself at points. It's been a roller coaster ride getting this video out to you guys, and I'm going to break it all down for you right now. Now, I put this video out originally on the 28th of October. I know I picked a spooky time to release a video, and to be honest, I was probably cursed from the start. Anywho, it had taken us a really long time to put together this video. I hadn't uploaded in a good 2 months. My last video was Mr. Dog Food, Atlanta's biggest dealer. That video itself had a whole bunch of issues with getting demonetized behind the scenes, getting remonetized behind the scenes. The sponsor were going to pull out. There was a whole lot of disaster going on with that video. So I was already kind of in a slightly hair-raised mood, thinking that all of the work that I had done on a very long, I mean, that was an 1:05 video, was for straight up nothing. And I addressed this recently on my Instagram. A lot of people get on my case for the fact that what I tend to do when a video gets demonetized is take it down and try and fix it. A few people have been getting on my case saying, Traplore Ross, it's all about the money for you. Traplore Ross, you're taking down the video because it's demonetized. You're lying to the fans. This guy said videos don't get taken down for swearing, they get demonetized. You took the video down, not YouTube. You're straight up lying to the fans so you can re-upload off it and profit off his death even more. People, let me explain to you what happened with this video, okay? So I uploaded the video on October the 28th, a 2-hour, 45-minute video, okay? It takes months to create these videos. It's me researching. On this occasion, I had somebody helping me with the research, which they were being paid a full-time rate. I actually had 3 editors working on this. Yes, 3 editors working on this video because it was so long and I really wanted to just try and get a video in front of you guys sooner. And it was 12 months in between uploads, and I'm not trying to leave 12 months between my uploads. It was very hard. It was very expensive to make. I've yet to see a penny back off this video. But initially things were going great. I uploaded the video on the 28th. It was up for around 4 days. It ended up racking up 400,000 views in those first 4 days. And I appreciate everybody who tuned in, who clicked, who stuck around and watched the video, liked, commented. All of you guys, I appreciate you so much. But after those 4 days, I was hit with the yellow $ of death. Limited ads on the video, and it had been restricted to an audience of 18+ only, and if anybody knows YouTube, you know that this means the video is about to flatline. You can't make any money off of the video. Oh, Traplore Ross, oh, you're profiting on all of these things. Guys, these are important stories. Mo3 is an important artist in the city of Dallas and in the hip-hop community as a whole. The man was murdered on the highway in broad daylight. That is a worthy story of journalism, and I spent 2 months looking into every single fact around this story, and I believe that story deserves to be heard, and I also believe I deserve to be compensated for spending months of my time and organising my team to create this story so that you could watch and understand and appreciate what happened in Mo3's life. This ain't a charity. I do this for a job. I do this for a living. I do have people on my team that rely on me. I got a family that rely on me. Whether or not you think it's right that I'm doing this, you've got reporters at CNN reporting on grisly wars where people are dying every single day, and you've got the entertainment media commenting on Kanye West's mental breakdown in real time. Can you just give me a break? I think these are really important stories. I think it's all good. I think it's kosher. But anyway, it costs a lot of time, effort, and money to make these videos. I can't be out here demonetized. So I was devastated, frankly, to find this news. I was heartbroken. I was also kind of thinking, shoot, these numbers aren't going to add up, because if this keeps happening, I had a similar problem with my Mr. Dog Food video. That was demonetized for a period of time. Managed to get it back. Anyway, I was racking my brains thinking, what the hell could have gone on with this video? And funnily enough, something strange had happened in the lead up to this, because I actually received an email. I've never received an email of this nature before from YouTube saying, "Dear Traplaw Ross, this is to notify you that we have received a privacy complaint from an individual regarding your content. The information reported as violating privacy is at 2014 to 2130. Now, people, I'll level with you. That's the part of the video where I introduced Trapboy Freddy. And look, people call me an internet detective. I don't think it takes any sort of detective qualifications to assume that Trapboy Freddy trying to take the video down by the looks of things, if I'm honest. It could be a fan. It could be an enraged Trapboy Freddy fan trying to strike the video on his behalf. It looks like it was Trapboy Freddy trying to take my video down, people. So that happened. So the part of the video that they said was an infringement of privacy was 2014. And this is specifically a part of the video where Trapboy Freddy is describing having made $500,000 out of the streets.
Well, how much money do you think you accumulated over the years by hustling?
I would have saved all of down there about $500,000 by now.
So look, I was spooked by this, frankly, and the email went on to say, "We'd like to give you an opportunity to remove or edit the private information within the content reported. We will review the complaint for potential violations of our privacy guidelines 48 hours after sending this notice and consider restricting the content." They were going to restrict my content, people. Please note, you may not need to remove the content entirely to resolve the issue. YouTube offers a custom blurring tool that allows you to blur anything in your video, including individuals or information. Potential violations may also occur in the title, description, or tags of the video. So look, people, I didn't violate anybody's privacy. This video doesn't include anything about Trapboy Freddy's personal life, and I don't think it includes his personal name unless we're talking about a case. It's only information that's available on the internet. I don't know the guy personally, okay? This is all public information that I've put out there. But anywho, I blurred his face regardless, all right? A couple of people even commented saying, did you blur out Trapboy in this video? Yes, I blurred him out because I was shook. I blurred him out for the whole 2014 to 2130 segment that they told me to blur him out for. And people, I am proud to announce that I beat that case like King Von. I got an email back saying, "Hello, we have reviewed the complaint and we have determined that the content is accepted from removal." To be honest, I'm not really feeling the grammar there, but I'll take it. It's accepted from removal based on our privacy guidelines. The content does not violate our policies and will remain on the site. I bust that case, people. Let's go. Can you remember when you bust that case? October, but wait, because the next day I got screwed over. Basically, I bust this case, right? I thought I'm killing it. It's all good. And then boom, next day, your boy gets demonetized out of nowhere. Now, I don't know if it's Trapboy Freddy trolling me. I could just be paranoid. I could be making all this up, and it's an angry fan. It could be Yella Beezy himself. I don't know, okay? But I bust one case, and I catch another. So I get limited ads, age restricted, set by YouTube. I clicked review and I was immediately denied in the review, basically. They were like, hell no. I tried to hit the judge with an objection and they overruled that straight away, sent me to the gulag. The video was gone, no review, it's an L. Here's the interesting thing. They sent me feedback. They don't always do this, and I've got to shout out to YouTube because when they send you feedback, this is so helpful. At least I can work out what I did wrong so that I don't re-offend people, okay? I'll take the L. I got sent to the gulag, but at least tell me why. Okay, and they told me why, and this is the first time I've ever seen anything like this, okay? A human reviewer found that your video is suitable for limited ads. This means I will no longer be able to make money from the video, basically. You might make pence, like a few cents. This happened to my Eminem video back in the day. It's like Freddo money. You don't have Freddos in the US. Freddo's like a cheap chocolate bar. It's enough to buy one of those. So look, they said a human reviewer found your video is suitable for limited ads. Here's where you and YouTube disagreed. Apparently we're disagreeing out here. I do not disagree with anything YouTube says, because they are the gods, they are the goats. I'll bend over backwards and quite literally and do whatever YouTube say, because I like being a YouTuber. But they said this video has inappropriate language, frequent use of strong profanity, because apparently YouTube say this video had moderate profanity in the title or thumbnail. I don't think it did. Strong profanity used frequently in the opening of a video. Now, the first 30 seconds of this video is a disclaimer. There is no profanity whatsoever. Roughly the first 30 seconds. Or strong profanity in the title or thumbnail of a music video. Now, on first glance, I don't appear to have broken any of these rules. However, I am pretty clearly flagged here with inappropriate language, frequent use of strong profanity. Clearly, YouTube don't want people using profanity on their platform frequently, and on the one hand, I feel like it's really not fair. Like, my video was going so well, I worked so hard on this, I hired so many teammates to try and get this video done, like, there's no swearing at the start. And on the other hand, YouTube want this to be like a clean, friendly platform where you can make a video about the kind of deep, dark, gang-related history of a drill music scene, but at the same time, the content's got to be kind of clean and tidy. And I'll admit, I went back and watched the video. There is quite a bit of swearing in it, I'll be honest. We didn't blank out the swearing in the first version of the video, and I regret that. I think I made the wrong move, And on reflection, I probably should have bleeped and blurred out all of the swearing in the video before I even uploaded it. I kind of have to take this L myself. And I watched the video back, there's quite a bit of swearing in there.
Post the whole motherfucking video, gonna beat your motherfucking ass. Talking about running, scared of you. Who said I can't? What the?
So yeah, look, okay. There be swearing in the video. I gotta take the L. So here's what happened. I was sad for a couple of days. I was crying. I was punching the air. And then I just said, you know what? We got to fix this. So I sent the team the video. We removed all of the swearing. We bleeped. We blurred. We dropped the audio on all the swearing in the video. And it's back up. And it's already got 100K in 2 days. I got to say, I appreciate the fans. Appreciate everybody watching. All of the subscribers who clicked, watched again, continued watching. We're back, baby, okay? It's not the debut that I would have hoped for. It's not all about the numbers, but I've really prided myself recently in picking good stories and really taking on the stories that the rap game and people interested in hip-hop want to hear about. It's not just about, oh, look at me, I want to have the most numbers. I want to take on and challenge the stories that are the most interesting and pressing stories in the rap game, right? I want to take on stories that people are going to be talking about and looking into for decades to come. And I feel like I've been on a really good run this year. I mean, ever since the start of the year, obviously we did the kind of New York Where Are They Now catch up. But ever since then, you know, I've only dropped 6 real full-length documentaries this year, but they've been the longest and deepest documentaries that I've ever made. We have the Murder in Montclair, the Bronx video. That got crazy 2.2 million views. The embarrassing collapse of Kim and Kanye's marriage. I might need to follow that one up with the embarrassing collapse of his career. The life and death of Draco the Ruler, 2 hours. No Limit, Chicago's Deadliest Gang, 3 hours plus. Look, I'm super proud of these videos, okay? It's not all about length or about view count, but I'm just proud because I feel like these videos really capture a specific music scene or a specific huge moment in hip-hop that just needs to be covered, and I hope that people just keep watching these videos for years. I think they're always going to be relevant. I think they're always going to have like a deep value in the sense that so many people are interested in these stories, and I think that, you know, I try my best. I just try and cover these stories as best as I can. You know, it does kind of suck that I have to kind of deal with this other side of YouTube, but at the same time, no one really wants to hear someone complain about YouTubers and all their problems. So, you know what I'm saying? This was just a little bit of a difficult upload to get out for you. It came in the midst of a lot of personal challenges, a lot of business challenges, and this made things a lot harder. But I just want to say thank you to everybody for following, supporting, watching the video, sharing the video. Let's just keep it going. I want to keep making these videos for you guys. You know, if they keep getting demonetized, taking down all these problems, like if I couldn't get this back up with no swearing, and since then the video's been fine, I wouldn't be able to keep doing this because it was a lot of time, a lot of money to make this video. And I guess there's a reason why a lot of people don't make this kind of content, because it's hard, it's very risky. You spend 2 months making a 3-hour video, and then if that happens, potentially is a big loss. Definitely took a big loss last month. I'm proud of this content. I want to keep making stuff like this, so I just hope that that doesn't get too derailed. But unfortunately, one of the sad things is that having to re-upload this video, I lost a lot of the original comments on that first video that were left when it was getting its original batch of viewers. So I can pull those up on YouTube, and I just want to react to a few of those now and just see what a few of you guys thought of the video. Mo3 and Draco seemed really similar, stubborn and always ready to fight. Sad these legends beef their way to a grave. Now, I thought that was an interesting comment. Quite a lot of people said that there were comparisons between Mo3 and Draco the Ruler. Obviously, I covered both of these artists in 2 separate videos, but they're kind of right. It was really interesting how Mo3 and Draco, they had these kind of street squabbles that they just couldn't let go when they got into the music industry. And even despite reaching levels of success that most people could only dream of, you know, becoming millionaires, flashy cars, fancy jewelry, they really just couldn't seem to move past the street squabbles that they had. And whether it was on IG Live, in person, in the lyrics of songs, it seemed like both Draco and Mo3 just could not help themselves but keep dissing their ops, keep trying to escalate the beef. And on the one hand, you can see it's almost like a strategy where people capitalize on the beef to kind of bring more interest around their music. But on the other hand, it's this kind of activity that keeps raising the stakes, and ultimately, you gotta say, contributed to them both ending up in an early grave, unfortunately. Mo3 was so incredibly talented. RIP to a legend. Thank you for covering Roy Lee and Zach TV. Everyone sweeps them under the rug like they weren't big enough to be respected. I gotta say, Ross is different. Like, he for real is passionate about the stories he's telling, and at all times does his part to respect the departed. Kudos to you. I appreciate your work. I appreciate that, and I think that's really important. When I cover these stories, I try and be extremely respectful. I do genuinely care about these stories, and I'm genuinely horrified at some of the consequences that we end up seeing in these stories. In the FBG Duck video, for example, I was genuinely hurt and moved by the situation that his mother was in, having lost 2 children to this same gang war. You know, that truly affects me, And when I'm covering these stories, I really just try and do them justice. You know, I think these stories deserve to be covered. I think they deserve to be covered in a sensitive way. And I think that I'm just going to keep trying my best to do that. I ain't going to stop. I live in Dallas, born and bred, and this was the best doc I've seen on the whole situation. Rest in peace to one of Dallas' finest. A real, raw talent that will be forever unmatched. He was in his own lane. Sad day for our city when Mo3 died. The whole situation is just sad. He was so talented, and this was such a senseless beef. That street and gang stuff ain't where it's at. We must watch the words we speak. He definitely spoke his death into existence. I mean, something that really struck me about this particular video was the fact that Mo3 time and time again would fake his own death, allude to his own death, multiple music videos where he's in caskets and coffins and in mortuaries pretending to have been shot in the head. He really did wish his death into existence, and I've got to say, a lot of people believe in the whole idea of manifesting, whether it's for positive or negative, and it does seem that in some ways Mo3 may have manifested his own unfortunate demise. My mood got real sour when you got to Roy Lee. Sigh. He seemed like a great guy, and I hate that he let his pride get the better of him instead of his instinct to avoid danger. At the same time though, he stood up to gang members when many of us wouldn't. He's very noble. R.I.P. Roy Lee. Yeah, I mean, if you watch the video, the Roy Lee story is kind of one of the most upsetting parts, because he was essentially a comedian that involved himself into the beef, let's be real, and was cracking jokes about real gang-affiliated dudes. And it's unclear exactly who was responsible for the death of Roy Lee, but it's impossible to ignore the fact that he did seem to have a habit of getting drunk, stoking trouble, starting fights, dissing people on the internet, and ultimately that was going to catch up to him one day, and sadly it did, and we ended up losing another big character on the Dallas music scene. So rest in peace to Roy Lee. All the research, time, editing, all the hard work he puts into these videos just shows his hard work ethic. I appreciate that, but it's not just me, it's also my team, and I want to give a big shout out to Camille, Sophia, and Liza, who worked very hard in putting this video together. Hope you enjoyed the Mo3 video, hope you enjoyed this breakdown of what was going on behind the scenes. Once again, thank you to everybody who subscribed, everybody who clicked on that video in the second time round. And I'm excited to provide you another banger. It won't be such a long wait until the next video, but this is going to be very different, and it's going to be a little bit shorter. I'll probably do a few short videos before I hit you with a long video, but anyway, it's all love. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. It's Trap, more gang, all my Trap disciples. I am out, folks. Peace on Phonem. Bye.